Hey everyone, it's Hillel Neuer from UN Watch. I've just come from a behind closed doors hearing of the Swiss Senate, what's called the Council of States of the Federal Assembly of Switzerland. I was the only one invited on behalf of UN Watch to make the case against UNRWA. As I walked in, by the way, I met the director of UNRWA in Lebanon, someone we've reported about, Dorothy Klaus, who sat there while the chief teacher, the head of the teachers union, Fatri Sharif, was inciting violence, and she sat there and said nothing, and we just met in the hall. That was interesting, just for a moment as I was walking in. And I was here to make the case. And, we've been building a dossier. I've talked about it for months. I've been asking Philippe Lazzarini, the head of UNRWA, to meet. He absolutely refuses. He just announced in New York on Friday he will never meet with me. And we're the only organization exposing his teachers, the teachers of terrorism. He will not meet with me, but we brought the dossier to the Swiss Senate. I presented them our latest report, the Unholy Alliance documents in dozens of pages, photos of UNRWA leaders, past and present, who regularly meet with Hamas and the Jihad. I also gave them pages of our upcoming report. I'll give you just a glimpse. Our upcoming report, which will come out in the next month, which exposes how the education system completely hijacked by Hamas terrorists. We have momentum on our side. In March, after I testified in Congress, they voted to freeze funding until March 2025. I'm confident the Trump administration will continue the freeze. Then the Swiss lower house, after I testified in April, in September, they voted 99 to 88 to suspend funding immediately. That motion has now gone before the Swiss Senate. They'll probably decide in the next few months. I hope the materials we gave them, huge amount of materials, I'm going to send them even more after the questions they asked. I hope that they will uphold and support this motion to immediately suspend funding. The Netherlands in December voted to begin defunding UNRWA over the next 4 years, which is huge, the first EU state to defund terrorist-infested UNRWA. Then Sweden announced, which has given hundreds of millions to UNRWA over the years, they are no longer funding UNRWA. The money will go to other agencies which can replace them. So we have momentum on our side. It will be huge if Switzerland joins, because it's the guardian of the Geneva Conventions, it's the neutral country, and it's the country of Lazzarini, the head of UNRWA, is Swiss. They sponsored him to get the job. So if Switzerland announces finally to defund, that'll be a huge slap in the face for him. And I don't think they can recover from that kind of decision. So you can count on us never to give up. It's not enough to defund. I'm going to tell the incoming US Ambassador, Elise Stefanik, and the White House, it's not enough to defund. We need to sanction UNRWA. We need to hold their leaders accountable for war crimes. They knew they were funding Hamas leaders as their teachers, their school principals, their managers, and they need to be held accountable for aiding and abetting war crimes in a court of law. We're not going to give up. Thank you for your support.